there's Twitch. Everybody knows, right?
Yep.
There is it called Hitbox? Something Box?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Something Box.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, is a streaming service which actually at the time, when they first came out, there wasn't just so many people, so the interaction was even better because there's almost no lag between the person chatting and it popping up on their end. So it was like straight AOL style. I do it, he gets it and responds to it immediately. From there, Microsoft rebranded. What is there? Before it was called Mixer, it was something else.
No idea.
Oh man, it was Beam. So Beam became Mixer now, and Mixer is a big thing. Where they're trying, now this is interesting. They're trying to make it so certain games are compatible with it, so donations affect the game.
Okay.
Say I'm playing on Mixer and I donate, I'm sure they have currency, like say 1,500 credits. It will spawn this enemy for you to deal with.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
That's pretty cool, and that's an interesting donation,
Yes.
like concept, where you are literally affecting this player's game.
Well, they have games like that where it'll pull from the chat. People can do a hashtag, and you can spawn, a certain enemy or an obstacle for them to overcome.
Yeah.
They do have games like that, but it's interesting, like you said, with the donations.
Right. And that, again, is not something that I would personally do, but it is cool that somebody could do that, especially if it was like something tough.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And the thing about Mixer is, too, like on your Xbox dashboard, there's just a button to stream. It's just a button now. You go on there, you click it, you can choose to stream with your camera, with your mic, in the game. And I went back and looked at my recording, even on like the normal setting, and it was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really good quality. So I was impressed with how easy that is, and it's just one of those things of like, now there's so many platforms. Who do you stream with? Yes. Do you not stream with, like, do you stream with Twitch because it's popular? Do you not stream with Twitch because it's so oversaturated?
Yes.
Do you want to jump in on a new one and try to be early and get in with them because now there could be more focus on you?
Right. Yeah, I think Twitch is just too big. It's too big to fail. It's too big. You have to go to Twitch.
Yeah.
There isn't, there is no other option. YouTube is huge, but not with streaming.
Right.
They're really pushing that streaming factor, but there's no way to get money out of it. It's harder to get money, so I think Twitch is where you have to go,
Yeah, I think Twitch is the way to do it. And you can, they have a lot of different tools for streamers now, like Streamlab, which is basically a website where you put in all your info and you can get those donation things up there, and you can get donation links on your bio and stuff for people to click and donate that way. That thing has like things you can upload, custom GIFs to pop up, and sound effects when people, and they make it really simple, which I think is important for people.
Oh yeah.
But I think you kind of have to do Twitch. I would love to do Mixer, but I actually don't game on my Xbox as much as I used to. A couple reasons is like the baby with me, like I can't get into something heavy right now.
Yes.
In my living room. I have a 9-month-old who just learned how to crawl, and she's not walking, but she's picking herself up to stand. So I can't dig, like I'm not playing Breath of the Wild now because I can't dig into it. I have to play it and watch her, so I'm playing like Ace Combat. Like I don't care about it, but the game's cool.
Right.
I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 with Matt. It's MMO. You don't need that much attention to it. You just need to make sure you're constantly hitting a guy. Like that's all you're doing. So that's been most of my gaming. And like when I mentioned I was playing stuff on the Rift, that's when my wife has the baby. Like that's my off time. So
right.
I can play some games with the baby. VR is not something you can play with a child. So
you knock her right over.
Make the most of that time.
Yeah.
Streaming in VR is tough with my current rig. That takes a ton of hardware.
Yeah, but that's fun. Like that's one thing I end up watching more of because I think it's neat to see. Wow, this game looks really cool, but what are you actually doing?
Yeah.
You know, and to see you walking around the room and swinging around, that's interesting and kind of sometimes funny. If I would have been able to watch you knock your shelf over, that would have been funny. But like what are you doing to play this game? How are you playing it?
Right, and I think that's going to become a thing too. More as when people start to get used to setups for mixed reality, which is
Yes.
really cool to look at. And I think I could do it, but I'm not about to spend money on an extra set of motion controllers just to do that. Because you basically want one of the setup things, not to go too far, is to tag the controller as a VR object.
Okay.
So that's like something you need to do. But then it's kind of cool because you get to see people like reaching and grabbing things and picking them up in their hand versus
Yes.
me being in the corner of the screen like I'm in there. That's awesome. But that's something that I could see myself watching. But I think I need a little bit stronger of a computer to stream well in VR right now.
Okay.
Because it takes a lot of hardware to do that.
And that's what these streamers are getting, sponsors. Like, they're getting computers.
Yeah, that's
and
dude. That's
and
what my
another
donation thing is for.
Yeah,
My
it's
donation
not
goes
like,
to get a computer.
like I watched the, like, oh yeah, we're going to build this guy's computer. Corsair's building a computer. CyberPower's building a computer. It's just like, and they're not building, like my mom's internet surfer. They're building, dual graphics cards.
Dual TI Founders
$4,000
Editions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And it's really cool too. I wanted to bring it up earlier, but like the reason I will watch a stream sometimes is to learn about a game.
Okay.
What is this game about, or how does it play? So watching a stream as opposed to watching a trailer, two different things. Trailer, you're never gonna or watching a gameplay trailer, quote unquote. It's
that's not real either usually.
No. So watching a streamer play a game, I can see how they interact, how the game flows, how it works. And they're going to, even if their game crashes, I want to know it's really going to crash,
Yeah.
So I will watch a streamer for, 5 minutes to see how a game looks and feels, but that's the extent of it. And I think that's huge because, for one, if you want to be a great streamer, you have to jump on one of these new games.
Right.
This is a new game, get really good at it really quick, and then stream, and hopefully you'll do well. Two, you're really good at games, you're a big streamer. Hey, I'm a publisher. Play this game. Here's some money. Play this game on your stream, and everyone's gonna buy it. And that's what I feel.
Here's a free copy of it. Take it, play it, and here's a couple bucks. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and I feel that's what happened with PUBG, and that's why I wasn't feeling PUBG for so long, because I was like, this is just some streamer crap. But it worked. Like it really worked for that particular game, and I think it worked For Honor, too. For Honor was being streamed everywhere. There was this huge thing about it, You got to get this game. It's so good. It's so much fun. 3 weeks later, who's playing this game? I would love to watch someone play it. Nobody's playing it.
Right. And For Honor, for me, I mean, it's a different subject. That game was so good, and I played it every single day, and I loved it. But there's just issues they never addressed. The two new characters that they introduced were ridiculously dumb. Like, so unbalanced. And then they nerfed one to where no one plays him anymore because he's so bad. And the other one is still dumb. Like, they literally released two characters that made the game completely unplayable to an extent. So, now, I don't play it, man. It's hard. And I can't, and again, this goes with the baby. I can't dedicate my time to be an amazing For Honor player like I wanted to.
Right.
Which I was good. You know what I mean? I play fighting games, so that it comes.
You understand the concepts, yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, For Honor again, it was streamed. It was streamed crazy.
Oh yeah, and there's so many games like the new Ghost Recon, the Wildlands. That was streamed. I wanted that game so bad.
I hope you didn't get
it. A week later, it disappeared. Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't pick it up. Because it disappeared, and you could pick it up now for $15.
Yeah, because it really wasn't great. It was. You guys would have had fun playing it together, without a doubt. But it really isn't a good game. It's not.
Yeah, and that's the thing with streaming is you get a bunch of these people streaming. You give them, I don't know, maybe say a couple $1,000, and you got millions of copies sold because these popular streamers are playing it and quote unquote having a good time.
Yeah.
And they're making all of their viewers are now, I need this game. This game looks so good.
Yeah. I get to maybe play this game with streamer X7. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another aspect. Yeah. Totally.
I'm going to get it so I can play with this guy that I like to watch.
Right.
So that's another huge thing that would sell a game based off of a stream. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's funny. I've had people watch some like old school stuff that they hadn't seen before, like Nosferatu, and been like, "What game is this? It looks great." Well, it's called Nosferatu, and it plays like Prince of Persia with a little bit more combat focus.
Okay.
Like, there's like a ton of moves to do, but you know, it gets to the point where you're jumping over pits, spikes, a little bit like lots of platforming stuff, and the game looks fantastic. So like Prince of Persia always looked great, and this game even like steps up the bar again. Like the animations are damn near, you know, SNES and mocap. Like that's how good they look. So that's something cool, and somebody maybe discovered a new game because they watched my stream, and I think that's great. The way Twitch is now, it's a little bit tougher to go on there and find somebody streaming something unique, because you're usually looking to, like, the stream list that you see is just all the popular stuff.
Yes.
There's no Twitch Retro. Ooh, I might need to sell that to Twitch. There's no Twitch Retro tab for people to stream stuff, you know, below disc era.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be kind of cool, though, if they had that kind of stuff. If they had like different links for generations, you want to see PS2, Xbox, then you want to see PS3, Xbox 360, you want to go Dreamcast, you know, down the line, or disc based. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I would be into. I would watch more streams going into like a retro thing and seeing people playing like Atari games or whatnot. Be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be. I don't know if they would do it because I don't know what kind of audience they would have.
Oh, they wouldn't have any. They wouldn't make any.
And they're
money
not going to make any money on it. Yeah.
No, they're not going to make any unless they got a popular streamer, start playing retro games.
Wink, 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 wink.
And be bad at them.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean?
You should do this. You should do it.
I think I should market this to.
No, you should be the streamer.
I know that.
These retro games, you should do it.
I'm going to market myself as soon as
every
my
Monday,
baby
Wednesday,
gets,
Friday.
As soon as my baby is content sitting in a pack and play while I play.
Someone just stole this idea from the podcast. They're like, you know what? This market, I'm going to do it.
I'm not.
You just lost it.
Podcast. That's it.
You just lost it. Yeah, right.
You guys will see this podcast next year.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good idea. You know, like there really isn't much more variety on Twitch, and it's a lot of, you know, CS:GO, Destiny, PUBG. You know, it's all these real popular games right now that either developers are paying people to play, or they're playing because they're really popular. You know,
right? And Destiny 2 is about to take over.
Oh yeah, completely. You're going to be learning with that. Like PUBG, you can learn like some tricks and stuff, and I think that's one of the most popular games right now on it. But you're not going to learn how to play, you know. Yeah. Whereas Destiny, you're going to watch it because you want to learn what are the mechanics of this boss or this world, you know.
Yeah. How do I that's how you could beat that boss by cheesing him. Stand in this corner.
Right. And that's what's cool about Twitch is, you know, like I'm having a really difficult time beating this person. How do I do that? Let me go find someone else that's, you know, that can do it. But it's kind of sucky because you're not going to find, you know, like things aren't all recorded, you know, so you have to kind of search for it. But that's where YouTube comes in more. But I don't know.
Yeah, man. I think all in all, I think streaming is cool, to be honest with you. I think that it's cool that anyone can do it. That you don't. I think it's awesome that it's not exclusive to people. Sure, you're not going to get anybody watching you. Sure, you're not going to make a ton of money. But the fact that it's a platform where anybody can go on there and stream and share their experience with whomever may want to watch and interact with people in the chat room, I think it's really cool. Yes. I think it's really cool that became a thing. Is it like, what are the odds that you can treat streaming as a business? Slim. You've got to break in with pretty much every aspect of social media, and YouTube helps. You know, watch my archives on YouTube.
Right.
And you got to be able to do it constantly, especially in the beginning, before you have a set schedule. Like, you got to be able to be on there from 6, even if it's like 4 hours a day. Say you stream, I'm going to stream this game 6 to 10, guys. We're going to be playing, you know, so-and-so or Destiny. And you get to watch this guy progress from the beginning till he's rocking dual gal horns while he's taking down bosses in one shot.
Right.
You know, that's That's tough, and there's going to be a ton of